Hey everyone, Devontae Smith here to talk to you about sports and information technology. First, I want to talk about the common uses of IT in the sports industries. And the first thing I want to think about is the athletic specific information, meaning the name, sex, and age of the athlete. You might even see the medical record as well. All this information is logged in on a database, and you can keep track of the athlete and where they're at, and what they're doing. Another thing you can see that's being utilized is on the rosters of program support personnel, meaning the officials, the timekeepers, medical staff, and cameramen, etc. keep going on for days, and they're also being recorded and kept track of. To the right here, you can see a picture of the Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson, and see just an idea of the athlete-specific information that you might see. Common uses. The biggest part one to me is probably the administrative organization, meaning the tracking of the money, the employee files, and then equipment inventory, as well as the facility maintenance records. I find those to probably be some of the more important things to be utilized for IT to be utilized in sports management. The picture down here at the bottom is just a picture of an example of a facility maintenance record of and you can see here there's a primary user category and description of the facility. So it's pretty interesting, I say. The associations I plan on focusing on are the NFL, the NHL, NBA, and Major League Baseball. How the NFL is taking strides in the IT. When I think about this, I think about the NFL app and how it allows us to have access, easy, convenient access to scores, and news, breaking news about like contract extensions, or even say you've missed an episode of something from the NFL Network. You could probably look it up on the NFL app, mobile app, and you'll be able to keep track and watch whatever it is you might have missed earlier that day. How the NHL is taking strides. They were actually one of the first sports to utilize sports vision technology, and they created a glowing puck, which is also known as Fox Tracks, which is utilized to track the puck and measure its speed on the ice. And then that same technology is actually being able to be used in players' jerseys, which turned into a chip, and they utilize sensors as well to track the player's positioning on the ice, so you'll know where they are and how fast they are going at all times. A picture to your right here is also a picture of one of the pucks that was used in an All-Star game, and you can see the 4 sensors that are within it without harming the density of the same puck being used in NHL games. How the MLB is taking strides. They are utilizing sabermetrics, which is, in the words of Bill James, the search for objective knowledge about baseball, which in other words is a statistical analysis of the player's productivity. Henry Chadwick was the first one credited with the creation of the box score and tabulation of hits, meaning he can measure percentages, meaning how often someone's getting on base, and how many swings or something of that nature may be taking, pitches, things of that nature. Like, it's pretty effective system, because now all of baseball basically uses it to make their teams more efficient. If you've ever seen the movie Moneyball, you know that in this movie they are utilizing sabermetrics to become a better team with a low income. How the NBA makes strides into the IT. They are using what is called Sport View, which are 6 cameras placed along the catwalks of the arenas. 3 cameras are watching each half of the basketball court at one time. So how it works is that the cameras take 25 pictures per second, tracking and capturing every movement. So when it came to how many passes or dribbles that are needed before they made a pass or whatever it may have been, these cameras are tracking it. So like, it gives teams and coaches more detailed information that they know what to deal with, honestly. To the bottom here are cameras in the Timberwolves arena. See where they're placed at. And then to the right is the information that can actually be gathered when they're tracking 2 different players at one time on the court. So it can be pretty useful in understanding how efficient that player is making use of his time on the court. The next thing I want to talk about is how ticketing programs are utilizing IT as well for like sports reasons. And Spectra, which is one of the first ticket operations, expanding out of just tickets and utilizing data to analyze their tickets. So they are using the tickets that are being sold and tracking fans and tracking the engagement of the fans, so they know how many people are buying tickets, when, where, and how often they're actually coming to the event. So I think that's pretty interesting as well. Another program Another ticketing program known as Ticketmaster, which is more commonly known, their primary goal is to sell tickets of all types to certain events, such as concerts, professional sporting events, arts and theater events, as well as family events. And these just basically makes it very easy for sports teams to get their tickets out there because it's more easily accessible through online rather than trying to come in and buy a ticket right on the spot to help people get it faster. Is IT helping sports business? I believe so, absolutely, especially when thinking from a coaches and recruiters perspective. It gives you a detailed analysis of players' productivity, and you can use that analysis to measure how efficient they may be able to help you as a team and as a whole. And so then from an administrative perspective, I mean, an organization is huge, so having IT and be able to have these databases to put information in to track your employees as well as track your fans and what everybody's buying or doing is, I feel like that'd be very useful in the end in making sure that your company or team is more efficient. Here are a couple of questions that I just came up with, and feel free to ask me any questions that you might have on the comments and discussions board. And other than that, that is my presentation on sports and IT. Thank you.